What is going on, YouTubers? Nicked Out Vapor back here for another product review for you today. And today we're going to be taking a look at this UWELL Soul Keeper. Actually really digging this thing a lot, guys. It's an unregulated tube mod. And what I mean by that is it acts like a mech mod. It looks like a mech mod, but it is not a mechanical device. It's got safety features built right into the 510 connector, so those people that have wanted to get into mech mods but they're just scared of using a fully mechanical mod just because the horror stories they've heard on YouTube or social media or the news about battery venting and Ohm's law and battery safety, this kind of eliminates some of the worries that you should have about using a fully mechanical mod. This has regulations built right into the chip, and it's going to give you some safety precautions when using this device. So I think it's just a great alternative to using a fully mechanical mod. With all that being said, though, let's go ahead and dive down. I'll show you everything you need to know about the device, show you the packaging, all that good stuff. Then we'll bring it back up on top, talk about it a little bit more, and go over my pros and cons for this device. Once again, the UWELL Soul Keeper. Let's go ahead and have a quick rip off of this thing, and then we'll dive down inside. Alrighty guys, and here we are for the packaging of the UWELL Soul Keeper. Up at the top you're going to have color indication. It's going to be the black one. You're also going to see all the different variations of colors that they have available as of right now. You're going to have the brass and fluorescent and the all white one. On the bottom side it says this product contains nicotine. There is no nicotine inside of this box. On this side, you're going to have some discard information, and you're also going to have some FDA regulations on the side. On the back side, it's going to show you what it is included in the kit, some warning labels, and UWELL's information. Again, no nicotine inside of the package. On the back or on the side of it, it's going to show you all of their social media. Let's go ahead and dive inside of this sleeve. You'll get another box. Inside of this one, it says Soul Keeper Mod. And inside of here, you're going to get an FDA regulations card. You're going to get a battery safety card, a user's manual, and you're going to get some silica gel. And the star of the show. This is the UWELL Soul Keeper. It is an unregulated tube mod, so it does have safety features inside of this tube itself. Let's go ahead and take this apart right from the rip, and let's go over the top side. It's going to say UWELL Soul Keeper and myuwell.com, all kinds of branding on the 510, and this is going to be a spring-loaded 510 connector. On the side, you're going to have a whole hell of a lot of threads, and that is because this is where all your chipset is. All your safety regulations, everything that is implemented for safety is inside of this 510 connector. Right here at the top side, you're going to have an LED indicator. On the bottom, you're going to have battery orientation, a big old plus sign, nice and bright and red, looks very good, and you're going to have your battery connection right here. So on the white one that I seen at the store, and I don't have it here in person, the paint kind of went down into the threads a little bit further, and it looked kind of janky in my opinion. This black one that I picked up doesn't look bad, and the brass one is like, the finish on the brass one is 10 times better than either the black one or the white one. So just throwing that out there. It is a little bit more expensive, the brass one, but the finish on it is just absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look down inside of the tube, and you're going to have that plastic or some kind of plastic material down inside of the tube, and that is just going to be for protection of your batteries. Down inside of there you'll see the bottom side of your button with another gold plated connector down at the bottom, and your threading looks very good on the top portion of this tube mod. Let's go ahead and take the button off. Now, as you can see, there is nowhere near the amount of threads on the button side. You're going to have your connection here and some battery venting holes. On the bottom side, it is going to say UWELL, some battery venting holes again, and just take a listen to this button. I love it. I love this button, guys. It feels fantastic. The threads on it are very nice. And right here on the bottom side, as you can see, you got a small portion of threads, and then you got this probably 6-7 millimeters of what looks to be a spacer, but it's all built into the button there. You got some knurling on the bottom, and the way that you're going to be able to tell if you have your tube apart and you're not sure which way you're putting it back together, this spacer looking thing right here is going to indicate which way you're putting this in. So if you take this button and slide it into one side of your tube and slides all the way in and doesn't hit any threads, that means you're putting it in 18650 mode. Now if you take it and flip it to the other side, as you can see, it is not going into that tube at all. That means that you're going to be throwing it in to 21700 or 2700 mode. Let's go ahead and throw a battery in here real quick. Plus side to the plus side. As I said, the screws or the threads are very nice in my opinion. And on the top side, as you can see right there, there is your battery indicator. It will be red for 100 to 70%, somewhere around there. And then I believe it goes to blue from 70 to 30, and then it'll go red from 30 to 0. So you will want to charge it at that point. But let's go ahead and set that aside. I will show you guys the brass and fluorescent one real quick. I just think this thing is absolutely amazing. The finish on this, I didn't order this. I ordered the black one for myself, and then I went to the shop and they had this one in stock, and I just had to pick it up. It just looks amazing. I wasn't crazy about the fluorescent paint, but it's not too bad. It's not too noticeable when it's daylight. Now if you have this thing like all charged up with a light and then it gets dark, or you know, whatever the case might be, the lights go out, this thing is bright as hell. So it's just a thought. If somebody wants to pick this up, just note that you might be glowing like a freaking circus clown when the lights go out. So it's up to you on which version you want. I just think the finish on this one looks so much better than the black or the white one. So anyways guys, let's take it back up on top. We'll vape on it and talk a little bit more about this UWELL Soul Keeper. And we are back, guys, back up on top here with the UWELL Soul Keeper. I got the black rendition with the recurve dual sitting on top of this one, and I got the brass rendition with the fluorescent paint and the profile sitting on top of this one. I absolutely love this combo right here. The profile on top of an unregulated device, whether it be this one or a squonk device or whatever the case might be, I just think that the profile works so damn good on an unregulated mod. Give it a try. The flavor's amazing. See what you guys think, and let's get back into the UWELL Soul Keeper. Let's dive into pros and cons. I only have 3 cons for this thing. Number 1 con is going to be the fact that you cannot turn this thing off in any way. I just wish they would have made 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off, or a locking mechanism on the button. And the reason behind that is so you could just toss it in your bag or toss it in your pocket or whatever the case might be and not have any kind of worry about this thing firing. Now I understand that there's a 10-second cutoff on here, but still, if you have a .01 build and it's firing for 10 seconds in your pocket, it's still going to get pretty damn warm, and you're going to have that chance of burning your coil or burning your cotton, whatever the case might be. You still got that chance of doing something to that nature. So it's going to be listed as a con in my opinion. Con number 2 is going to be that damn silver ring right in the middle of where your atomizer and your device actually sits. I just wish it would have went black all the way up, or white all the way up, or brass all the way up. It just would have made the matchy-matchy game so much easier for everybody. But now you're always going to have that silver ring right in the middle of where your atomizer and your device actually sits. It's just an aesthetics con, guys. Con number 3 is going to be the finish on the white one. And the reason I say that is I've only seen one of the white ones in person, and the tube and the knurling sections were different colors. And that was a huge turnoff to me. I would have loved to have all 3 of these mods sitting on my shelf, but I did not like the finish on the white one at all. So I'm going to list that as a con. Let's get into pros, because that's the only cons I have for this device. Pro number 1 is going to be the battery configuration in here. It is so nice, and the innovation that they took the time to figure this out. I can't believe it hasn't been done before. You know, all you have to do is take your button off and your 510 off, flip-flop them, and you got 3 different battery configurations. 18650, 2700, and 21700 all work in this not mechanical, unregulated 2 mod. So a very, very nice job with that. Pro number 2 is going to be the button on here. It looks cool. It feels great. The more I use it, the more I love it. And your true on hardcore mech users may not like it. They may not want more of a throw to their button, and they don't like the click. You know, it is what it is, guys. This device wasn't made for the hardcore hobbyist. It was made for those people that are kind of terrified of the horror stories that they've heard about battery venting and Ohm's Law and battery protection. All the things that they've heard about mechanical mods in a negative way, you know, that they haven't tried because of those negative things that people, you know, the news or YouTube or social media has put out about mechanical mods, is just user error. And this eliminates most of the user error. Now, I still think that you should do your research about battery safety and, you know, learn how to build on these devices before building on anything. You know, whether it be a mech mod, a regulated device, you know, anything that you're building on, do your homework and watch some YouTube videos on people building. There's a million of them out there. Anyways, pro whatever number we're on, 67. The knurling on both sides of this are absolutely fantastic. It's not too deep. It's not too slippery. It's just perfect amount. It gives you that nice grip to take this thing apart and do whatever you need to do with it. So, nice job on the knurling. The performance on this is going to be a huge pro to me, because I think this thing performs great. It acts like a mech mod. It feels like a mech mod. It is just an awesome device. UWELL, you guys have been killing it lately. You guys are just making innovations all over the place. I mean, you guys got a watch coming out that's got a pod system built into the watch. I mean, you guys are thinking outside of the box, and that's what I like to see. I like to see new products, and, you know, UWELL is on top of their game, just creating great products on a day-to-day basis. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. You know, make sure you guys tune in on the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Any comments that you have about any product, don't hesitate to throw them in any comment video or any video of mine, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible and try to answer them the best of my knowledge. We'll see you guys later. I'm going to have a vape real quick, and then we're going to get on out of here.